left on the board, essentially. It's going to be a real tough fight for USC here. We've seen them try, time and time again try and get these goals in.
The goal in Gill just fingers it just enough in. 6-1 with 40 seconds left.
Call me crazy here. I don't know if they're going to be able to turn this one around.
I think in this situation, you kind of think, what can we do better next? You kind of got to play around with this. What can we do next? Boise State is just able to run away with this. Minute left, 5 goals in this final round. Is possible, but is it life possible?
You're asking for a lot here, especially when every second counts. And the time of us thinking about all these seconds lost.
Just a shot every 8 seconds.
Yeah, you guys can pull it off.
Shot every 7 seconds. Shot every
6 seconds, hey.
We're speeding it up.
Well, I mean, time's slowly ticking down, and at this point, it's just going to be a game of how many points can we win? You know, if the score maybe 7-1, almost.
Vista got a nice shot on goal, but not finding anything off of it. Woozy just going to send it in the air and just kind of burn this clock out. Are they going to go for anything? 3 seconds left. Might be able to try and get one last goal here. Not letting it touch the ground, keeping it a live ball as long as you can. Oh, not able to find it. But Boise State will take round 1, 6-1. And yeah, look at that heat map. Just the amount of shots on goal compared to Southern California right here. Just the disparity of how much pressure is being expended to just keep them on the defensive. It's kind of hard to get those shots when you're not able to even leave your half of the field.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've seen closer games in my life. That was little, I mean, it was a little difficult to try and, you know, fight against that defense. I guess I'll ask you, what do you think was like the prime thing that USC has to take away from that match if they're going to continue to try, you know, obviously do better in the next game?
Yeah. In general terms, I'd say, like, just not letting the ball get stuck in that corner, because you'd see Boise State just keep it on the side of Southern California constantly, and even if they're not getting shots off, it's kind of hard to score a goal if it's on the wrong side of the field. And Boise State just did such a good job of not even letting them get an opportunity to start making goals. Into the next match, we're going to Forbidden Temple here.
I do like the Forbidden Temple. It's very pretty.
Yeah, that is one thing. Some of these maps are just crazy good looking in this game, and it's nice to see some variety coming out. And in we go. As
we start here, gonna be launched straight off to the side. Gill's gonna get an early grab. Shoot it right towards Durtho, but it's going to be a little too wide.
Yeah, we see Vista doing their best to keep track of this ball. Good rotations, though, from Gill, able to line it back up. And they're just, yeah, keeping it in front of Southern California's goal and not letting them get an opportunity to send it back. Vista, though, the main VIP here for Southern California, making the saves that they need.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Durtho, though, just keeping this immense pressure. We've seen trick shot after trick shot from Durtho.
Gonna go off the wall. Vista's gonna try and find something to get out of USC's corner.
Durtho sending it through the air, gonna pass to Gill. Set up, but VTR gonna go and send it back across the field, but Woozy ready for it. Good tap from Durtho. Gonna be dropping right above the goal. All three
little bit awkward there. What was going on there?
Looks like they were kind of like, oh no, after you, after you.
Please, I insist. Go ahead.
Durtho's like, I don't mind if I do.
That was really weird. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, unfortunately, you just have all three players in one spot can't really defend.
Yeah, I imagine when you get in a situation like that, you don't really know what to do, you know? Because, like, everyone wants to do the same thing, but you don't want to be, like, you know.
Don't want the triple commit.
I imagine there was a little bit of, like, communication just, like, overlapping on itself. And it's always frustrating to deal with.
Gill sets it up for Woozy. Gonna get sent away. Vista trying to make something happen here, but Durtho not gonna deny them. Actually, almost get a goal off of that. Just soaring through the air with the angle.
I mean, we were talking about it earlier. USC is trying to figure out what they can do better this game as compared to last. And even now, I mean, 1-0 is a stark difference from what we saw before.
Yeah, I believe about this time it was 4-0 last game. So, Gill, good shot. Oh, and Vista just barely saves it.
I mean, obviously it's not in their favor still, but, you know, it's about adapting and evolving in a situation like this. That's what Rocket League is all about.
Indeed. Yeah,
Woozy going to send it up to Durtho, going to bounce straight off the top. Gill looking for a shot. No, he's going to be playing defense.
Smart, don't want to overextend there.
Woozy's going to pass to Durtho, going to get a little bit intercepted there by Circles. Vista going to try and turn it around. Trying to find the shot, but going to go off the top, and Durtho's going to send it away.
Yeah, just this pressure Boise State is expending. We're seeing, look at the attempted shots actually on Durtho.
Oh, man.
Just keeping up the pressure, even if it's not getting a goal, that's at least just making them sweat.
Oh, man, did you see that? Oh, that was beautiful.
Broke their axles.
That was cinematic right there, just right over him. Did a little trick too. Ah, that was nice. That was a nice goal.
Yeah, the double juke.
I give it up to Woozy for that one. That was very nice.
You know, sometimes those ones are the best, not the like double flip aerials, but the just kind of weaving it past your opponents.
Those are my favorites.
Playing patient here. Just gonna let it be sent, commit it.
There's still plenty of time for USC to turn this around. Gill gonna take control of the ball, gonna get it right around Vista. Circles gonna try and intercept.
Circles actually, they demoed each other actually.
Oh.
Durtho off the field for a few seconds.
I didn't know that you could demo both at the same time.
I think if you're both going fast enough and hit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and you know, I've heard some of our other casters talk about demoing's the key to some of this. Ooh, attempted shot, but Durtho will save it.
Absolutely. Gill gonna try and send this off the wall. Maybe try and.
Got a little speed boost from Durtho there.
Oh, Woozy can't quite find the angle. Vista's gonna take it back once more.
Gonna soar over Gill, but Gill's staying midfield, ready for the pass. Send back to the corner, but Durtho will find the shot. Actually, juke past everyone. No one was able to capitalize on it though.
I could hear Durtho in the background going, no. He saw the potential in getting the goal there, but just couldn't quite manifest it. Vista.
15 seconds left.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, 15 seconds left. Obviously, you know, it's going to be more than difficult to try and turn this around at this point. They're going to need this goal here if they have any chance.
Vista,
just a little bit too high. Going to go for a triple, but...
waterfall down.
Wait. Hello.
It wouldn't have changed the outcome, but just the fact that it was at least 5/6 of the way in there. Ooh, don't even get the 1 point to kind of have that good, that morale goal at the end. Ooh.
I am seeing some improvements though. There are definitely some improvements. I think they held their defense a lot better this time around compared to last game, which was very nice to see. But I think the main problem that they still have to deal with, Durtho. Goal attempt after goal attempt, over and over and over again. He just has so many shots on the goal. It's just constantly just.
It's like And
Force to be reckoned with.
not everyone's a goal, but that's a reaction you have to send people to defend. And when you're doing that, you're not able to get any yourself. And when the games are like only a few points, the more times you're defending, you're not actually attempting your own points.
Well, after another round like that, we're going to see if maybe USC can continue to push this differential, overturn it into maybe potentially them getting a couple more goals in this time around.
Yeah, and this could be the deciding match. Best of 5. This will be the third.
And we're going to go right into it. Vista going to try and go for a kickoff goal. Not going to be able to find it. Might be able to go for a double shot. Nope. Durtho. Oh, man, that scared me there.
The double commit.
That scared me. Woozy going to be bouncing off the wall. No one is there. Fortunately, Durtho's going to be able to take control before someone else did.
Durtho just going to send it through the air. Not going to get quite the touch they wanted, but keep it away.
Oh, Vista. Oh, never mind. Durtho's going to be taking it back again. Going to be sending up the shot to VTR, but Woozy is going to be sending it over to the wall. Gets a little bit more boost in, but Circles. It seems like all 3 players from USC are playing defense right now. They just got to stop. Oh, Durtho's going to get taken out by Vista.
Yeah, managed to kind of send the ball away, but at the cost of their car. Durtho getting ready to defend here. Gonna send it over and away from their own goal. VTR, though, actually gets a nice mid-air touch on the ball.
Gil looking for any opportunity he can find, but drawing circles. Not gonna let that happen.
Gil, though, on the intercept course. Ball gonna land right by the goal, but luckily no one to capitalize on it. Durtho in the air with the ball, but not gonna find anything.
Here comes Gil, gonna be able to save the ball. From what I'm seeing so far, USC has been much more on the aggressive this time around. They're constantly just, up in Boise State's face.
Woozy actually with the demo. Oh, actually knocks him out of the way, but VTR. Durtho gets a nice touch. Gonna get sent back into the corner, but Durtho's gonna send it right out. Never mind, it goes right back in. Vista setting up. VTR, though, not able to get the angle. Drawing Circle's gonna keep it there, but no one to capitalize on these shots.
No one there. Woozy gonna send it off the wall. Up to Durtho.
Gets sent back up, but yeah, not much to capitalize on. I think both teams are playing a little more wary about these shots. Gil was ready to defend, though. Just trying to get sent back, actually, but oh.
Whoa, VTR. That's going to be the first game of the round, or first goal of the round. Forgive me.
Yep, just not quite able to get the touch on it, and the shot will be found.
Well, from this point, Boise State now has to go on the offensive here.
Yeah, 2 minutes 20. Still plenty of time to work with here.
Absolutely. Vista had a little bit of weird moment there. Really weird moment. I don't. Just a lot of double taps.
Not quite able to get it set up, but Durtho trying to get over.
Ugh. Just a little too high. Couldn't be able to find the right angle.
USC just kind of shutting down a lot of these attempts.
Yeah, I will say that's it. They've been, compared to last game, we're not seeing. I mean, Durtho specifically doesn't have any shots in the goal this time around, and that's solely because USC is just constantly, either playing really strong defense or just being able to take it off of their side like immediately as it comes in.
Oh, Woozy, though, is ready there. I didn't see anyone at the goal, but good rotates on Boise State's side. Ball back on the side of Boise State.
Gonna send it off. Ooh. VTR is gonna be there before Gil gets the chance. Durtho tries to find it off the wall. Gonna say That's not going in.
Yeah. Durtho mid-air with the ball heading toward your goal, though, is what you need to be afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna send it out again. Actually gonna find a good shot. Woozy sending it forward,
Ooh.
just barely.
Durtho trying to find it, but he can't get the right angle.
Yep. 40 seconds left here. Boise State needs to make something happen. Gonna slightly get juked out, but ball's not gonna stay in front of their goal.
Oh, Woozy might have an opportunity here. Circle's gonna get it out of the way.
Ooh. Just barely got the ball past Gill there. Woozy gonna
Off the
set it
wall.
up. Will there be a follow-up?
There is. All right. Now we have a game. 21 seconds to go. I imagine this might go into overtime.
Yeah. Ooh. Good goal. Just what they needed at this point in the game. This defense from USC, we've been seeing, they haven't, I think what it is, they're just shutting down a lot of the aerial. 17 seconds left. Vista gonna send it into the corner. Gonna try and line up a shot. No one will be able to capitalize on it though. 5 seconds left.
Well, looks like we're going to be going to a little bit of OT here, unless tries to find it. Nope, going to get sent down.
Still a
Woozy
live ball though.
still is. Durtho going to keep it up.
And
Sent down. All right. Well, here we go. Overtime. How long do you think we last here?
ooh,
I'm thinking somewhere around the 4-minute mark. Just based on, okay.
more like the 4-second mark.
Wait! Hold on a second. Okay, I was way off. But
I mean, that's closer to 4 minutes than 40 minutes.
true.
And just like that, Boise State will take the first win of the night.
There we go.
In Southern California here, yeah, we see the heat map here. There was still a lot of shots on Boise State's side here, even if that game felt like there wasn't very many.
I gotta say, I was pretty confident in USC taking Game 3 there. I mean, it seemed like they were on top of it for the first 4 minutes. You know, they were just constantly playing really strong defense, being able to always push Boise State's side over and over again. Never give them the opportunity to try and find a shot on goal. But against it all, they were able to, do it 2 times over.
Yeah, and I mean, when you get that the goal lead against you, the other team, you don't want to completely stop your offense because that is a form of defense, but they can play a little more conservatively. So getting that last shot against them that round before the overtime was just huge because of how their play style was.
Not to mention, you don't want to ever double commit or over commit. That's gonna get you out of here real quick. So many times I've just seen players just all three either on offense or all three on defense. Just it's difficult. When you have all 3 players committed to the exact same role, it never ends up working out for you usually.
Yep, for sure. And that was a great start of Rocket League. But I believe we have some more Rocket League later tonight, actually. So don't go away. We'll be back with more Rocket League.
If I go, would you be happy in the end? So is it all for nothing? Was it all for
Welcome to the Boise State Esports Arena. Tonight we are ready to bring you a Mountain West matchup of Boise State versus Utah State. If you happen to be a Boise State fan, both esports and traditional sports, then you certainly ate well last week because Boise State got a win in Overwatch, Rocket League, and Valorant. In their football matchup against Washington State, they took home the win 45-21, one of the largest attended games at Albertson Stadium. A huge win. So we'll see if now week 2 of the Mountain West, where they go up against Utah State, both esports and traditional sports, will be as fortuitous. I'm your host, Jacob Palmer. I'm joined by Danner Hill. We're here to call all the action for you of this upcoming best-of-5 matchup. And Danner, last week Boise State got a victory, but it was a 3-1 victory. Boise State would obviously like to have a 3-0 sweep, so what do they need in order to achieve that?
I think that going forward, I mean, we saw last week how offense-heavy they are. They are so good on offense. They're making plays. They're passing to each other. They're doing great. And I think it's just on the defense. I think making sure they can get those clears out quick, not have to loiter too long in their own defensive half, and just get offense, stay on the other team's side as much as possible, I think is what's going to be the key to winning.
Well, we'll certainly see if our player lineup can stand up to the task. And, of course, if you're wondering who the player lineup is, who exactly we have up on stage ready to represent the Broncos, well, of course, it is no surprise. We've got our, well, according to Syracuse, we've got our genetically engineered pig, Durtho. If you remember, they referenced him with that Family Guy reference as just a complete total unit ready to play, and he's joined by Cade Hall, Woozy, Gabriel, Gil Reynolds, Preston Ferrante, Grant Coupal, and as the backup, and then we have Peyton Wilkin in there as coach. All three of them, all three players up on that stage make a formidable opponent to go up against.
I think ever since the addition of Durtho and Woozy, and then bringing along Gil for this season, I think just alone it's going to be a powerhouse of a team to see.
Oh yeah, and Gil's one of the most experienced players that we have there. He is, in terms of someone who has just always had their nose to the grindstone, is always practicing, always looking to get better. Gil would take that award.
Yeah, I've been watching him play for quite a few seasons now, and to see him be back into the scene is so fun to see.
Well, Boise State is ready to gear up for their match against Utah State. And if you remember, Boise State has a Mountain West championship to defend. They have been winning them cleanly for about 3 years now.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see if they can add a fourth to that roster. And, boy, you know, I'm wondering for a player like Durtho, he's now in his junior year. So, you know, he's got 2 Mountain West rings. Yeah. But imagine if you could have all 4 fingers for all 4 years of your collegiate career in the Mountain West. Man, if you took home the championship every single year, wouldn't that be a statement?
That'd be a flex. Just being like, hey, what did you do in college? Well, here we go.
Yeah, I know. You could, I mean, you're one away, unless you go in 5 years to college, right? You can't really do the whole Thanos thing, but you're pretty darn close.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to post-grad, I mean, sure, you can get like 5 or 6 rings, but regardless, 2 alone is outstanding. Going for a 3rd.
Yep, and if you look up there on stage, it seems they are pretty relaxed, pretty chill, ready to get into the action. But before they get into the action, of course, we've got our pointers, we've got our tips for how they can do their very best and most likely take home a win in our keys to the game. And you were talking about Boise State's speed and them taking, you know, just making sure they keep up that offensive pressure. Do you have anything else?
I think disruption plays, along with their offensive heavy play style, I think disruption plays are always going to be such a big part. I mean, they really just cause turmoil on the other side of the field, and it's so. I mean, it's very impactful. You can see it in the game.
Well, I'll certainly buy what you're selling there because I do think, being able to read the other team, be that much faster with them, disrupt the plays before they happen, I think that's something where Boise State really shines. And Boise State, I think, also is a team where they demand that their opponents have to. I mean, it's not an option. Their opponents, if they want to win, they have to disrupt their plays because if you let Boise State have free reign with those dribbles, then it is going to come back to bite you. And we've got the keys to the game in Rocket League, and that's going to be to create mistakes, punish overcommits, play off your walls better, and demo to disrupt. Those are the keys of the game for you today. Brought to you by our own Doc Haskell. So always nice to just go over those Rocket League fundamentals yet again because even though we repeat them ad nauseum, they're there for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, Rocket League is one of those games where it doesn't really vary between series to series. It is 3v3, soccer, 5 minutes, do whatever you want.
Yep. Boise State now ready to load into the first game, and we are we're looking back at last week here. This was Boise State against Washington State, the 3-1 victory in which they definitely came out looking very confident, and you'll see here in these replays just how well Boise State handles themselves in the air and how deadly accurate they are with their dribbles and redirects.
They are such a well-oiled machine, passing to each other every chance they get and making sure that they can even get the solo plays because all of them have the capabilities to do so. They can make those solo plays come out.
Going to cut that one out, please. That was not the play you wanted to see after. Cut that one out. Cut it out.
Come on, we're supposed to be talking good here.
Yeah, I was just setting them up. Thanks, production, for using that specific play right as I was selling them. They won for a reason. I swear it was 3-1 here. Now I think we're going to find out it was 3-1, why it was 3-1, and there you go. There's Durtho, and that's another thing. Their follow-ups and rotations are so immaculate.
That's the thing. I mean, they make their plays, they rotate through. They have a second man come in, they rotate through. I mean, it's like I said, well-oiled machine. It is constant. It is never ending, and that's what makes them such a powerhouse.
Well, it isn't just their second. It's the third man who comes rotating, too. Well, often a lot of the goals have all three players, but the beautiful thing about Boise State is so many teams, when they go in for that third man follow-up, that means they've committed everyone, but Boise State is so good on their rotations that they don't leave the goal open. Even if all three players are going in to try to keep the shots on goal going on the other team, they're so fast rotating back on fields that they don't leave opening even in those all-in situations.
Yeah, they're so fast. They're able to cover the midfield and even further just because of like the speed that they have, grabbing mid boost, corner boost, whatever it may be, and that's what makes them so lethal, especially on offense, and even to cover back on defense if it's counterattack. They're just so efficient.
Well, off we go into game number 1, Boise State versus Utah State in the Mountain West here in a Rocket League. Last game of the day for Boise State. We'll see if they can start it off well. And, production, it was funny the first time, not the second time, when I'm trying to sell Boise State, and then immediately you show the other team scoring. All right, let's move on here. And what a kickoff there. That almost turned into something special, but Boise State will have to recover, as it looks like we've got Mockery, Mega, and Spooks for Utah State.
Yes, indeed. And here we go. 30 seconds into the game. Not looking good for Boise State here to begin with, but Durtho's going to have the immediate clear. He's going to have a full take of boost. He's going to get a 50 on the last man. Mega's going to be the last. He tries to go for the bump there. Woozy's going to be the last man with a full tank of boost. Spooks is going to go up. He's going to have nothing to follow up with. And Woozy's going to have all control. One touch. Tries to fake for the reset. Gets one touch. And here's the thing. Utah State doesn't have that much boost. Spooks is the only one with boost. He has to make these last defensive saves. And Durtho's going to get the shot on top bins, and he gets it to tie the game.
When you don't have boost, you just can't manage to contest these sort of aerial shots that Boise State puts on. Mega just a bit too late hopping up there. If you do not have those resources, and Boise State plays so fast, they'll give you goals give you shots on goals you cannot block.
And Boise State proving exactly why we just sell them on their offense. They're so offensive heavy, and it's awesome to see because they're just so fast. They make these plays like this. Gill to Uzi to Durtho off the ceiling.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. Point proven.
Yep, all three chipping in on that play. They don't find it, but no sort of clear going through. In fact, Durtho going for the Doomsy. It's going to be Woozy, actually, who claims it.
The selfless play to go for the bump. It works out perfectly. Gets the beat on the defender and bump on the last man for Woozy.
Bit of celebration there by Woozy. Now with a 2-1 lead, next kickoff, off to the side. Woozy with a great follow-up, carries the flip reset, and almost drives it toward the goal. Mega with a save.
Gill getting the next touch here. Boise State still on their offense. Dirtho's going to pre-jump this one fast. Gets it to the side. Maybe gets a sidewall double. Gets a flip reset actually on the first touch. Woozy's going to cut it off, make Mega awkward. Mockery's going to go for the next 50, but Gill's faster. Gets the corner boost and boost starves continuously onto Utah State. Spooks here stuck in the corner. It's going to be 2 players going for Utah State. Dirtho out of the corner, tries to get a touch, make it awkward. Doesn't quite connect, and Gill's going to continue his offensive push. Boise State still has a commanding lead and a commanding offense. 2 minutes into this game.
Gill ready for a spike down into the goal. Nice block by Utah State, but that's the only thing they really have right now is saves. Only 1 shot on goal for Utah State, and plenty for Boise State as Gill scores another.
Good first touch to beat out Mockery, and the slow touch to beat out Mega. Because if he goes with a direct shot, Mega's most likely reading that, but he goes for the slow. It changes the pace of the play, and it lets it just float on in. Going 3-1 here, little over 2 minutes left in the game. Druther's going to go for an insane double, gets it, but is little wide. Gill's going to have a take a boost here to try and go up. Gets a pinches off the ceiling, down to Woozy. Woozy with the shot, goes to the near post, Mega with the save. And Mockery looks for the clear for Utah State to try and get an offense going for them.
Well, Woozy's going to shut that down before any helps, although this could be an opening here. That goal looks fairly open, but Boise State will rotate on over, and it just kind of, Utah State just loses it. Despite the ground given over to them, Woozy comes on back, almost puts another shot into the goal. Spooks not going to beat Dirtho on that 50. His teammate Mega gets demoed upfield, so it's another reset for Utah State.
The boost stars out of Boise State here are really holding Utah State back. They can't really do much of anything on offense and or defense because they don't have any boost to do anything with. Gill here is going to be the one to go. Full take a boost, going up the sidewalk, gets 1 touch to the ceiling, tries to follow. Dirtho's on the mid. Dirtho's on the ceiling to meet him, gets the pinch to the far post, and it's a little off. It bounces out. Now it's Utah State's turn. Instead, Gill's going to cut that one off. Dirtho off the ceiling again, tries to go for 1 off the backboard, doesn't go. Woozy with 0 boost, and he gets the shot on for a 4-1 lead.
Oh boy, Boise State is just piling it on at this point. With a 4-1 scoreline, it is not out of the realm of possibility, since there's still enough time left on the clock, that we actually see a Brazil to open things up.
Ooh, I would love that. I mean, a minute 43 left. Dirtho keeps going off the ceiling like that. He's going to be making plays left and right. Might actually have it. Gill here is going to be making some disruption in the corner here. Dirtho's going to have the first shot on, goes high, gets cut out, and now it's going to be a Utah State offense. Mega's going to be here in the corner, gets a pinch out, gets bumped. Woozy's there. Gill's going to be the first man up. Woozy with the second touch. I don't know if that was intended or not, but it doesn't really matter. Dirtho's getting bumped into the midfield. Woozy has 0 boost, and that's a double into the net. Dirtho, I think off of that bump, didn't have the momentum that he needed to go back for that save.
Yeah, it's disruption, by Mockery. Very good play by the Aggies, realizing that he's the one rotating in for the defense, take him out of the equation, and now the match has been reset, I think, in terms of overall sentiment. This is very much still in the Aggies' wheelhouse to be able to tie this up as they put another shot on goal. Dirtho blocks. Gill now comes in for the follow-up. 1 touch, pass to Dirtho. Mockery takes it away. Demo onto Mega in the corner. Woozy coming in, trying to make a 3-goal lead again. Follow-up by Gill. Bit blocked by Mega.
Good demo there on the back end. It opens up some space. Spook with a shot on
nice
far
shot.
post. Woozy cancels Lucky Stars and 0 boost. Still gets a clear over 1. Mega's the last man back. Dirtho's going to be close on that one. Goes for the double. Gets a little bit ahead of him. Kind of a triple touch there, but Gill and Woozy are going to be racing back to save this one. And I'm kind of sad now. It's a 4-2. No Brazil. But it's all right. Boise State is still on the offensive. They're still looking for more goals. 30 seconds left in the game. They're looking to close it out.
Apologies to anyone watching in Brazil, but I find it hilarious that a country known for caring about soccer as much as you will forever have their name associated with a blowout.
Yes.
But I do love people in Brazil. I have nothing against it. It's just, I like irony like that. Meanwhile, no irony for Boise State. They are the best, and they're here to prove it with a pretty solid 4-2 victory in Game 1.
Might be a 5-2 here. Shot off by Woozy. Gets saved out, but 4-2 win. Very solid out of Boise State here going into Game 2. There it is.
And that'll be a very clear victory for Boise State. Shots on goal and ball control very much dominant in their favor.
Yeah.
Not really much to say there. I mean, you take a look at where those shots on goal were taken. Utah State, even though they scored a few goals, they very rarely were kind of be able to get into the red zone of the Broncos.
No, I mean, you see Mega there with all this, with 4 saves and Mockery with 2 demos. That's about all the accolades they accumulated, because Boise State was just so heavy on their half. I mean, they had all the shots, they had all the boost, and they had all the ball control.
Mm-hmm. I mean, nothing really much to talk about. I mean, you know, Utah State definitely started to come alive in the second half of the game, but it really was a fact that Boise State was so fast and put the shots on goal so quickly that there really wasn't any time for Utah State to recover or gather their thoughts. Boise State's fast play demanded that Utah State get their clears quickly and every single time.
Mm-hmm. And I think the biggest thing is that with them playing so fast, and maybe Utah State's not used to that. Maybe they're used to playing a little slower. If they're trying to match that speed, that can throw off their own rotations and their own plays, and that could be even more of an advantage toward BSU.
But I will give the Aggies credit. The goal that they managed to score that stands out the most to me was that bump and disruption onto Durtho. I think with a team that plays so cohesively as Boise State, with their rotations, with how they passed and assist each other in their shots on goal, that's going to be the key. You've got to demo one of the Broncos before the play transpires.
Exactly. But going off into the kickoff here, it's going to be in favor of the Aggies. Woozy's going to be able to collect off the backboard here. Gets 1 touch over 1. Durtho's going to have a full ticket boost. Collects 1, 2. Fakes low. Collects. Doesn't quite get as far as he wanted it to. Gill with the cutoff. Woozy's racing back. Got the full boost in the mid. Gets a bang. Durtho pre-jumps. What's he going to do? He's going to get 1 touch off the backboard, or attempt to. Woozy's going to be able to try and go. Mega with a cutout, but BSU is still holding on to the offense. It's just these off-ball cuts that maybe not everybody's expecting, and it's working for them. It's continuing the offense, it's continuing the plays, and they're continuing to pass to each other too. Gill trying to go up for a pass from Woozy, doesn't quite pan out. Now Utah State's looking for an offense.
Spooks with a nice dribble got going on here, and Boise State isn't able to disrupt, and Gill comes in. Nice read on the save, but that just shows how dangerous things can be when you don't. That just shows how dangerous things can be when you don't get that disruption in midair.
Yeah, the disruption is all that they need here. Durtho's going to get a great 50 there. He's going to have 0 boost. Now he's causing bumps. He's bumping Mega, like we just said, the disruption. Now Gill's going to be here for a clear. Runs out of boost, but now he's looking for his own disruption of his own. And Woozy's going to try and go for a shot. Gets beat out by Spook. Durtho's pre-jumping. Doesn't get the touch he wants. Gill's going to cut out to the sidewall here. Mockery's going to collect. Gill continues to stay on the ball for the next 50. Mega goes for a shot. A little soft. Durtho with a great save. Goes towards the crossbar. And now it's Utah State with a commanding offense here, trying to go up early in the game.
Mega puts a shot on goal. Durtho gets an easy save. Now passes to Gill as they move back downfield. Spooks takes the boost before it can be started from him by the Broncos. Has it going all the way up the field, but Woozy has his number. Follow up by Mega almost turns into the first goal of game 2. Might have been an Aggies lead, but they rotated very far up the field, so that's a lot of ground to give up, and a very quick counterattack by Gill.
And that was great shot placement, knowing that the defender was low. If he shoots high, I mean, he sees him so close to the close post, he can't do anything besides shoot high, and that's what he did perfectly. He pinches it up high, and he gets the first goal for Boise State here, 2 minutes into the game, going on to the next kickoff. It's a fake to try and get some offense and bump onto Utah State. That's going to be a shot for Gill. It's going to be an open net. Durtho's going to be able to finish that one out, and very quickly we went from 0-0 to 2-0.
Boise State, even though Utah State has put a couple of really good attempts to shot on goal, the defense has not buckled whatsoever. Bended probably a little here and there, but not great. Now for the next kickoff, Durtho with a great follow-up off it is going to go for the double and doesn't quite find it, but Boise State, they don't let any sort of miss get into their heads. They just go on and try another, and then another, and another, and another. And another. Woozy almost getting a good shot there. And he'll head over to the other side of the field. Mega with the opportunity to clear. Gill isn't able to stop his play, and Durtho now drives it past, and they have to play it around Mockery. Gill and Durtho, nice demo, but no shot on goal.
Woozy plays conservative here, has a full ticket boost. He goes up one. He's going to try and read Dirtho. Doesn't quite get there. Mockery's going to get a clear out, but Gil has a full ticket boost on the other end. But Spooks is pre-jumping. He tries to go. Shot on net by Mega. And Utah State cuts the lead in half.
Now that was uncharacteristically slow by Boise State on that rotation. Woozy also had plenty of boost to be able to go there, but things just didn't work out. In fact, I just heard on stage one of them said, yeah, that was a good shot by them. That's credit where it's due.
Yeah, exactly. The playmaking abilities out of Utah now is showing. I mean, that was a great play to 1-2-3, and now Wooz is on the back end. 3/4 of a tank of boost, gets clear of a one, tries to chase out for another 50, forces Gil's there to read. He's going to be able to try and get a touch mid. Jortho's going to be there faster. Tries to get one. Now he's looking for a bump. Tries to get one to the sidewall, make it awkward. Gil's going to go for another. Gets beat out. Jortho's going to have all the time in the world here. Grab the corner. Go for a solo play. He beats two. Has one to beat. Over the last. Does he get the defender? Oh, but Woozy's there to collect. Regardless, that beat over the two defenders there by Dirtho was crucial.
Yeah, Boise State just has a way of consistently winning 50s. I mean, that's where the speed comes in handy. They're always a second or two ahead of the other team. That just comes down to great rotations. Also great boost management as well. Boise State is very rarely left wanting for boost.
Yeah, their boost conservation is very good. Little mistouch of Dirtho here. That might give me a shot on. Gil couldn't quite make the save. Mockery's going to get one. Make it another one-goal game.
And just a little bit of awkward contact by Dirtho. It looked like, yeah, even he was caught off guard there at the angle that took. And Utah State just said, thank you very much. They cashed it in. And now it's a one-goal game again.
Yeah, minute and 30 left.
Oh,
we
great
have a lot
cheat.
of time. Mockery couldn't quite get it there before Dirtho.
Oh no, Woozy. Nice
Woozy,
read.
sidewall double. Gets it on net. Gil up quick. Gets one touch. Gonna make it awkward for Mockery. No boost. Dirtho with the read. Just to at least get a chip off and make it awkward for the attempt of the counter offense by Utah. Mega here in the corner. Gil's gonna be the last man back. Gets the read perfectly, and now he has plenty of boost to at least go up. I lied. He has 0 boost. Mockery with a cutout to the corner here. Woozy's gonna be the first man to meet that. Tries to get it out, but it gets a little farther away from him than he wanted. Dirtho's going to cut it out. BCU with another strong offensive push here, looking to go ahead even further. 45 seconds left on the clock.
Woozy plays off the wall. Mockery takes it away from him. Mega, had an opportunity for a follow-up, but didn't get a good shot on goal. Spooks now keeping it alive. Gil has to defend this. He certainly will. Over to Dirtho. Nice fake out. Plays it under one. Plays it around two. Can he get all three? No, he can't quite get around the last man, but still.
Good. It was a great fake out of Gil there. He had 0 boost, and he was the last defender, so he had to play smart, and he did indeed. Dirtho here, 0 boost, gets the backflip flick. Doesn't quite go as powerful as he wanted to. Mega's going to be the one cutting in. 6 seconds left on the clock here. Boise State up 3-2. Are they going to look to kill it? They are indeed. 1 second left. They're going to keep it up. Keep up the unspoken rule. What's going to happen here? It's going to be a 50 by Mockery. It's going to be close.
OT. No, Dirtho.
Dirtho with a clear. Spook's going to read. Gil's going to go up next. One reset. Goes to the flip. Dirtho with the redirect.
Oh, boy. Playing with your food right there. I mean, he carries it all the way across the field and then one final pop to push it in. This is also one thing I notice about the Broncos is a lot of teams, if they get a backboard save, it seems like it happens at the last moment. But Boise State, I will consistently see them pre-positioning themselves on the backboard, giving them plenty of time to be able to get a clear shot to clear it back out because they realize the importance of how important those backboard saves are.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing on defense. You want to have one man low and one man high. You want to have someone covering a low shot and a high shot because here's the thing. That forces the offender, whether it be an air dribble, ground play, whatever it may be, to almost kind of pressure themselves because they don't have an open shot.
Now the Aggies, I got to give them credit though. They have been making this a little bit tighter. I mean, there was a definite improvement in game 2.
Yeah. But once again, BSU is still up 2-0, looking to close it out here in a sweep.
Yeah, they very much could, and that's what you would expect from the Mountain West champions in Rocket League. Let's head back down to the field in Game 3 and see if the Broncos can make this a short night tonight and close it out with a 3-0 sweep.
I'm sure that's exactly what they're looking for right now. Just get it over with, get it 3-0, And I mean, they're going to be continuing that offense that we've seen in the past 2 games, and they're going to be looking for blowouts. They're going to be looking for goal after goal after goal after goal. They're not going to be letting up.
Yep. Boise State, or should I say Boise State 22, if we were watching in traditional sports, because they have broken into the top 25 rankings. Although I'm sure if there was esports rankings like there are in traditional college sports, they would be a lot higher than 22.
Oh, absolutely. After their second place finish in the last CRL National Championship, they are one of the top teams out there.
They'd be single digits for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Woozy here with a slow play. Flipper set, gets a pinch out. Mega's going to get a clear. Gil's going to be the next man up. Gets a clear out. Great to the corner. Mockery's going to make one last iffy touch just to try and get some sort of play out. Woozy's going to be able to control it. He tries to get the double into the corner. Doesn't get it. Gil's going to be the one lurking here. The next 50. Woozy's going to have a full ticket boost. He's going to be able to control one to the ceiling with the flipper set. Gets over, gets a 50. And Mockery, just like we were saying, you have to have one man low, one man high. And Mockery was there on the high to cover that one.
Oh my goodness. I mean, he has a way of just like almost at a complete right angle, about as close as you could get, just finding a way for the shot to still go in goal.
Creativity is insane out of him. The way he can see the field in a different area, in a different way that all of us can.
Gil moves up the field, sets it up for Durtho. Spooks gets a nice shot, pass over to Mega, but there's no one to pass to from that shot, and Woozy takes it. Durtho now trying to dunk down. Doesn't quite get it. But Boise State still continuing on with that very forward-thinking play right up in Utah State's face.
He's going to go for the cycle here. He tries. He almost connects. Woozy's going to get the clear here. He gets the corner. Spook's going to have nothing here. One flip to Gil. He gets the redirect. It's going to be awkward for Spooks. He's going to play it slow. He plays it really smart to keep it close. And now Durtho's going to be here chasing Mega. Gets him out of the play. Mockery's going to be the next man up. Gets a pinch out to the backboard. Gil's going to make one read. Great touch. Woozy's going to be able to be in the back post. He does, and he gets the amazing save. Holy, Durtho's going to be the next man up with a little bit of boost. And Boise State continue on offense.
Question is, how fast is their counterattack? They'll get another save off of that. Durtho, back pass, actually almost sets it up for the Aggies. Gil comes in, nice pinch off the wall toward the side, and Boise State will be able to recover, although they do have their boost stolen away from them. So Gil can't work with any, and they'll move back to midfield.
The thing about the Aggies, though, they're playing all their touches super soft into each other. Durtho's going to try and cut that off, but Spooks is faster. Gil's going to be fast here, and he's going to try and disrupt here. He ran out of boost, but he tries to disrupt. Doesn't quite get what he wanted. Durtho gets the mid boost stolen from him. Woozy, first man up to Gil. Durtho's going to have control here. Goes one touch, reset, goes low, but Spooks is there to read, and Utah State doing an amazing job on defense here to read these plays. Woozy out of the double on the corner, doesn't quite go panned out. And Durtho's really far back here. He's got to play the last man. He's going to play the save. Great touch out of him.
Mockery moves in, sets it up off the backboard. Mega a bit too late on that follow-up. Demo onto Gil. And hey, they're starting to clear out the goal. Can they get Durtho out of the way? No, they cannot. He gets the save. Now Woozy has the field all to himself. Will start the dribble, takes it himself and gets it. Are you kidding me? He was going up against all three, and it did not matter in the slightest.
Oh, that was beautiful. The musty flick double from your own half is so impressive to do. Against three defenders is even harder. And they go 1-0. Now 2 minutes left in the game. Woozy making a statement. Now Durtho to Gil doesn't quite connect, and Mega's going to try and go for a Utah offense. And oh, I'm wrapping my head around that. That was amazing.
That's just the level Boise State plays at. We're all playing checkers while they're out there playing, I don't know, underwater backgammon.
That is a hard game in itself. Oh, but they're making it look easy right now. Gil in the corner. He's going to try and look for a 50. He gets a clear out. Mockery's going to be the next man out. Gets a shot on. It's going to be high. Durtho's going to be read to Woozy to the sidewall. It's kind of a back and forth here. No control out of BSU at the moment. Woozy's going to be able to get the 50 there. Durtho's going to get one pop high. Gets a second. Gets bumped off, but is he able to recover? No. Gil's going to go for the shot instead. Woozy's going to rotate out. He's going to grab the mid. He's going to be the first man that's probably going to challenge anything. He forces the flick and gets the save out to the corner here for the Boise State Broncos.
Mockery goes for the double touch, and Spooks with a nice follow-up, but the shot's a bit wide. With as close as the game is, however, that would have been a huge goal for the Aggies, but now Mockery's demoed as Boise State charges upfield. Another demo going on to Spooks, past Woozy in mid, and the shot's on goal, but Mega finds the save.
The synergy, it's amazing. Every player on Boise State has trust in each other, and a double out of Spooks. Great save out of Woozy. I mean, they trust in each other so much. Woozy here with a little chip up. Gil's going to try and get a quick shot. No boost. Grabs the corner. Boost starts Utah State even more. Dirtha's going to get one touch into the corner. Now tries to chase and get some disruption going. Flick over Woozy. He's going to be the last man here. Great stick with, and make sure to plan that really smart and try and get it out of their play. 3 seconds left. Utah State looking for one last bit of hope here. We saw in the last game, but not in this game. It's going to touch, and that is going to be a 3-0 sweep.
Nice win for Boise State, 3-0, not letting it be doubted for a second why they are the Mountain West champions. And I got to say, I like the way that ended because I think the spotlight rightfully should be placed on Woozy for that amazing play. I mean, any chance I think of the shout out going to anyone else, he just claimed it in game 3. I mean, 100% of my votes to him.
He played so good that series. And I mean, defensively, offensively, he was there. He was making passes. He was getting shots off. And even in that third game, he had the space. He popped off.
Well, Boise State, another 3-0 win, another day at the office for the Broncos, but now they go up 2-0. We're going to see if the rest of the Mountain West games on later this week, including Valorant, Overwatch, Smash, and college football will go the same way. And then, of course, after all the esports during the weekdays, you're going to want to tune in on the weekend to see the Broncos football team take on Utah State, see if they can climb a little higher in that 25 ranking. But for now, as far as Rocket League is concerned, Boise State with a clear victory, still the undisputed champs of the Mountain West. It's getting late, so we got to get out of here. We'll leave you with some top replay highlights of the game and look forward to seeing you tomorrow for more esports action.